ITJ. Thank you, Sancho. That does in fact Keen say. And what else is ITJ known as?
The Dark Lord Sunny Pars. 15 different beers.
Yeah, for people that can't speak Spanglish, that's the Dark Lord of something poured.
15.
15.
Yeah, 15.
15. And if you mix those together, you got like 144,000 or something. So
yeah,
it's an exponential thing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
What's your phone number?
If you want to call in, you can do so 813-438-6068. Go and like us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/The Cranial Missions Network. Follow us at Cranial E.
Hey, Ben.
Yes.
Hey, you excited to see you sitting next to me over there?
Oh, Jesus.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Should I
Can I give him the evil eye?
You can give him anything, but you got to turn his mic on, I think.
I don't know how excited I am about that.
Okay, his mic's on, jerk.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, great. Yeah.
Hey, Nelson.
Come on, you know it's good to see me. It's been a while since we've hung out. What's going on, guys?
Yes, it's great to see you, Nelson. I understand that you have a new
dude, I got
a new segment.
Life's been really good for me. Life's been super.
You seem really excited. You seem very chipper.
Do you guys know where I've been? I went down under. I was in Australia.
Australia?
Yeah, I was down in Australia. I was in the outback. I saw some kangaroos.
What part? Did you see any wombats?
I don't think I saw. I know the wombats. No, but I saw a lot of stuff. I went to the Great Barrier Reef. I did some fishing.
The Great Barrier what?
Reef.
What did you do there?
I was down there interviewing somebody. You know. I guess you guys weren't aware, but this was a little.
It is wintertime, so I guess that's kind of crisp.
So you have a segment with an interview.
Well, yes, I did. I sent an email. Okay, here's what happened. I sent an email to Felix.
I just folded it up.
You guys remember Felix?
Yes, of course we remember Felix. He's only been on the goddamn show for like 3.5 years.
Well, I asked you guys. I just kind of want to rub it in your nose, Ben, because I asked you personally if you would see if Felix would give me kind of like a walkabout like you did with Lou Bob and stuff. And you said you wouldn't do it, blah, blah, blah. So I sent him an email myself, and guess what? I got on my own walkabout, so there you go.
Right, so you're rubbing it in their face now.
So your face, just your face. Not you, not you, Joey. No, that's all right, man.
So Felix sent you over there.
He did. He gave me a plane ticket. Or actually, he didn't. The funny thing is, he didn't fly me, though. He wouldn't let me on his plane for some reason.
What, did he fly you, coach?
He did. He flew me coach, but that was okay.
Did he fly Qantas Airlines?
He said it was a 30-day trial thing, and he wanted to see how I was doing.
How many day trial?
30.
Okay, so we have another episode of Nelson Man on the Scene, but this is a Down Under episode.
Yes, I'm interviewing a man that also was on a plane. He had a slight mishap.
Well, let's go ahead and play your intro, and then you can lead into it.
Sancho, cue that music.
So go ahead and play the intro.
Got it here. Okay, I got it here. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
He tries to dodge cold wherever they need.
I'm Nelson. I'm the man on the scene.
A Mouth Hugs production.
So now, so
you did.
Right. So you got a tagline now that Felix is financing you. You're now under the Mouth Hug Productions label.
Yeah, I thought it was
going places.
Very esteemed label. You should feel like you have a lot of respect with that name.
You should respect that. You better not let him down, dude.
Well, listen. Listen. I interviewed this guy. It was a great interview. I'm the only person that's talked to him. He hasn't talked to the press at all. I'm the only person ever that this guy's talked to and told his story to.
Okay.
So what exactly is the story? Or should I just play it and see?
Play it?
Well, yeah. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it involves
it's pretty what?
Explanatory, and it involves a plane, and this guy had a slight mishap.
I'm so glad that microphone has a spit guard on it. I'm just saying.
Okay,
dear God.
You think you're funny, Ben, but sometimes
just play the goddamn audio.
It's very childish.
Sancho, I'm going to cut out the microphone. Just go ahead and play the audio.
Okay, man. Here we go.
Okay.
This is Nelson, man on the scene, down under, reporting for the Cranial Mission Show. Today I'm joined by Matt Lockley, an Australian man, or as I like to say, an Aussie. How you doing today, sir?
Doing all right.
Sounds like you were involved in a bit of a kerfuffle on a airplane traveling to Indonesia.
That about sums it up.
So as I understand it, you accidentally mistook the cockpit for the bathroom.
I was a bit drowsy after waking up from a nap, and walked up to drain the main vein, as you Yanks say. I knocked on the door, and nobody seemed to be answering, so I knocked again, and I said, I really got to go.
That sounds, yes, I've been in that situation on a plane where people are hogging the bathroom, but according to the thing I read, it said that maybe you've taken about 7 or 8 painkillers prior to this. Do you think this had anything to do with your mistake?
Yeah, sometimes a guy likes to party. What do you want me to do?
Well, I think it's a little irresponsible to be taking so many drugs on a plane, don't you think, sir?
I wasn't driving.
Well, absolutely, you weren't driving, but you almost spoke into the cockpit. From what I understand, the story tells me here that they thought there was a terrorist threat because of all your banging.
Hey, I had a 1 in 3 chance of getting the right door.
Well, sir, I think, airline safety is a little more serious than that. So did you receive a citation for this indiscretion?
Wasn't really a citation, but two large blokes wrapped me up after the flight as soon as I got off, and strapped me in handcuffs and drew blood and found all that junk in my system, and took my ID, and I really can't go anywhere for a while, but I wasn't planning on leaving anyway.
Let me ask you one more question. What actually were you doing traveling to Indonesia?
Well, I was going to visit my wife.
How did your wife feel about your drug use?
No, I don't have a drug problem. I just wanted to. It was a long flight.
Sir, I got a number that maybe you could call, talk to some people that could probably help you
I
out.
don't have a problem.
Well, it sounds to me that if you had to take 7 painkillers before you could fly to Indonesia, then maybe you do have some sort of
Well,
little
maybe
drug
I
problem.
pulled my back out humping your mom last night.
Take it easy there, Russell Crowe. Let's get off the topic of mothers, because I just got off of yours.
Watch it. I'll kick your ass all the way to the Thunderdome.
You watch it, Mad Max. Hey, listen, this is Nelson reporting. Hey, get away from me. Nelson reporting live for the Cranial Mission, so down and off threat. You're backing off, sir.
Come over here.
I'm
Nelson, that is going to be one of your funniest bits today.
I wasn't funny. That guy was serious. He almost kicked my ass.
Yeah. I mean, Nelson, it seems like you always are able to extend an olive branch to all cultures. And it seems like you're offensive to everyone.
Well, don't you think that is a little weird that he was taking 7 or 8 painkillers? I mean, I know Joey Weevils doesn't think that's weird, but
I think that was, yeah.
I mean, you're one to judge. Seriously.
Well, I've never taken 7 or 8 painkillers.
How old are you, Nelson?
I'm 47.
You just got your first car like 6 months ago, and you want to talk about people being stunted.
I'm not stunted. I was just taking my time. I wanted to make sure I found the right car.
The only reason you got the car is because your sister gave it to you.
No, I had to buy it off her, and I have to pay for.
Dodge Stratus?
It's a Dodge Colt.
Colt. Oh, gotcha.
I wish I had a Stratus.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
That would be awesome.
Nelson, we appreciate your contribution.
Yeah, so,
not really.
Hopefully, stop it, man. I know that was good. You guys even laughed, I think. I don't know why you laughed. That was serious reporting.
You know what? Your segment has run painfully long.
Okay. Well, listen. I have another one. I'm on my way back out. I'll tell you. I'll give you guys another one later. Goodbye. See ya.
Okay, thanks.
Wow.
Yes.
Good Lord.
That was actually a pretty funny interview, man. I tell you, he stepped it up from last time, considering he went all the way down under.
I don't think
it is winter in Australia, so when he went to the Great Barrier Reef, I think it kind of fits the whole Christmas
The Great
theme.
Barrier Reef, yes. And, it's interesting because shenanigans happen on flights from time to time. Apparently, it's in the Commonwealth more of a trend.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a Virgin Atlantic flight when this frisky flyer in her 20s got busted romping in the restroom, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's the big thing, right? I mean, I thought that was big though, like in the 80s. Is it still, like the Mile High Club, still a big deal?
And as the Australian guy would say, it's the Mile High Club.
Or is it people just, you know what it is? People are bored today. They're used to having, like, instant access to fun at all times, and you got to spend 4 hours on a flight.
Well, guess where the plane landed?
Where?
Sin City.
Oh, there you go.
So this plane landed in
Sin City?
But what I like is that the fact that she got arrested for having loud sex on Virgin Atlantic.
I know, right?
Yeah,
But I said the duo were making, they were having loud and sex noises and whatnot. But then when it said after touching down in Sin City, the woman was hauled off the plane. So I don't wonder whatever happened. It doesn't say anything about happened to the guy.
I think it's a noise disturbance issue. That must be what it is.
Oh my gosh, she was traveling with her mom and dad.
Oh,
what? Who was she having sex with?
She's some guy in the man in the
hopefully not her
next
dad.
seat.
Yeah.
They went to the bathroom and
No.
man, no.
There could be incest on a plane. That's a whole new thing.
I mean, if that was the case, it would be an airline out of Alabama, not out of England.
Dude, if that's the case, she should have been on that Malaysia
They
flight.
shackled her to her seat. When the cabin crew forced the bathroom door open, she really kicked off, screaming "drunken abuse," and she was shackled to her seat.
I wonder if the whole plane smelled like sex afterwards. Because they recycle the air on those things, right? No, they do, man. I mean, you're stuck in that little tube up there. Next thing you smell all kinds of odors.
That could be pretty rank, especially with all the sweat from the alcohol. You know what I mean? Obviously, it seemed like she was pretty steamed up.
Well, she. Unfortunately for her, when she got to Britain, after I guess she had to go to jail instead of actually going out and fun. If she would have been hanging out,
They landed in Vegas.
Oh, Vegas?
Yeah, they landed in Vegas.
She was a British lady.
She's a British lady. They landed in Vegas.
Okay. Well, I got a story about a British guy who was out at he's from Sheffield. His name's Robert Marshall, 34 years old. not a young man, but not an old man at the same time. And he was out with some friends of his at a bar, and according to this story, he was unaware how much aftershave that one of his buddies was wearing, and he flicked his lighter a couple times, maybe to I don't know. I can imagine maybe they were messing around. I don't know.
I flicked my lighter at people's face before.
Yeah. I mean, just try to be funny, and the guy catches on fire.
What?
He turns into a fireball. He's got so much because you know, I mean,
cologne.
The aftershave.
It was aftershave. I
Oh,
mean, you know what? I mean, you look at the advent of all these cheap aftershaves now that have used very clever marketing schemes, a la
Smell like a
Axe,
dirty wank.
a la Old Spice, all this different these companies that use these marketing schemes, and the teenagers buy into it, and they overdose themselves with these aerosol canisters of this cheap cologne. So, I don't know about you guys, but I look at it like serves you frickin' right.
Yeah, right.
Buy some real frickin' cologne.
You're gonna buy spray-on cologne.
Buy something that sustains a scent without you having to douse yourself in it.
You're gonna buy aerosol cologne.
No, just don't douse yourself in it, dude. That's ridiculous, man. I mean, you don't want to douse yourself in something that's obviously dangerous. I mean, imagine this. Imagine you're doused in aftershave. You're standing out filling your gas at the gas station, and your cell phone rings. You've heard about this stuff, right? With the cell phone spark and the cell phone will catch you on fire.
That's why I tell you not to have the cell phone at the gas station.
No,
right?
BS.
The Mythbusters busted it?
Mythbusters busted that.
Yeah?
I don't know about that. I think
Mythbusters. They put a cell phone, numerous different cell phones, in a box with just gasoline fumes, and nothing happened.
Okay, well.
They don't give it. See, you know what's all about the perfect mix. When it comes to fumes, it has to be a perfect mix.
Well, at the end of the day,
I'm sure I have to see that episode.
Yeah, I mean, Mike's all about the perfect
But I
mix.
mean, you could accidentally set yourself on fire.
But at the end of the day, you deserve it if you're going to wear that trashy stuff. You know, seriously. I mean, you guys spray so much of that goddamn stuff on you just to have a scent because it's so cheap.
Do you guys wear that?
No, I don't wear any of that
I
crap.
wear deodorant.
I spend good money on cologne.
I bought the old.
okay, I don't wear that
Spice-
either.
I bought the old spice spray once because when I'm working, I work outside, so every once in a while I got to give the old spritz.
The ladies like just so you don't like stink up the customer's
Yeah, because
house.
if I go into a customer's house,
Yeah.
One of my
No, I know. I worked outside
One of my
here.
customers actually is allergic to every single thing, so I can't. I literally have. I went in her house one time, and she's like,
You got a hazmat suit
She's
on?
like, "Are you wearing deodorant?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like,
know-
"I'm really allergic to everything. Do you mind washing it off?" So she brought me a washcloth to wipe it off.
Was she like? Are you wearing underwear? You got to take those off. What's
like,
really
hey,
going on with this
if you wanna
customer?
see it,
Mike?
I'll
This
show it
sounds-
to you.
This sounds like a penthouse forum.
But you know, while you're talking about a guy being set on fire, how about a guy that intentionally sets himself on fire?
Guys trying to make a statement, and you know what? And that'll do it. Because if you remember that one, I think it was who's the cat? Stuff from Sylvester. There was a Sylvester. Oh no, it was Daffy Duck. There was old Daffy Duck cartoon where he blew himself up.
Yeah, he blew himself
He ate
up.
a bunch of fireworks.
Didn't he put the finger in the cannon or something?
Yeah,
Or the
no.
can?
He was trying to get a job at a circus, and he kept like trying to show what he could do, and he was like finally the best trick ever. But I can only do it one time, so he goes to the trick. Well, this guy's actually this isn't as crazy as it sounds, man. I mean, I read the story, and I kind of feel for the guy. He's a retired United Methodist minister, and he's spent his entire life. His name's Reverend Charles Moore. He was 79 years old. It doesn't say whether he was sick or anything, any kind of disease that would make him like want to do this. But he started back in 1995. He was doing hunger strikes and stuff. He was really against homophobia, and he was really
Rightfully so.
really against racism, man. And he decided to torch himself, commit suicide, burn himself.
So this Reverend Methodist minister decided to go all Tiananmen Square on this.
Yeah, and he wrote
At the monk.
Yeah, Tiananmen. I guess that's a good reference. Tiananmen Square, man. Yeah, she said she failed to realize. His daughter said he failed to realize that emotional turmoil that he would leave behind. But the whole thing's just like I guess kind of bad for the family. But they don't really feel it's that bad. It actually brings up that he studied Tibetan monk. Actually, he studied Tibetan monk their Chinese rule.
You know, it's crazy that he went all up in flames about homophobia.
A little respect, man.
What? What do you want?
You know,
it's just an expression.
No, Ben.
Yeah. No, but homophobia, that's a weird one. I guess that's the whole thing's just whatever.
Yeah, but
that's how we felt.
you're talking. Where's this at?
But this was in
It was out in the closet, right? I mean, just
Ben.
Yeah, no, he was not in the closet.
What? I'm just trying to fill in some
if it's
airtime here. You
not
guys are
United
taking
States-
forever for crying
Yeah,
out
this is
loud.
here in the States, dude. Really? It's got to be somewhere down south. I don't know. It doesn't even say where else.
You know, this story is seriously
Texas.
missing, but it ties
Texas.
in. It ties in quite nicely with a missing mountain climber because the information on the story is missing,
it's
and so was this Mont Blanc mountain climber. Apparently, found 32 years after missing an ice.
Yeah, I guess you go for like fire and ice.
This story is really, I find it really crazy because in 1982, Patrice Havert, this is Mount Blanc, France.
No, it'd be Patrice Hébert.